What's up, everybody? Welcome to the K-Pop Kimchi Podcast, your number one podcast for girl groups with the number one fanboys. I'm your host, Justin Turno, with my co-host, Brian Limper, and it is a very special episode today.
It is. Finally, we got there. It's the end of the year awards.
2023 awards.
Our awards. Last week it was the fan awards.
Fans last week, because they're always first. Then us.
This week.
Our awards.
We got a bunch of fun awards here.
Our time to shine.
But before that, we have some fun stuff to get out of the way.
Absolutely.
First,
segment time.
To get this out of the way, and this is the segment of Not What You Came For.
Yeah.
We're going to recommend you some type of musical something, like artist or song that we've been listening to or liked recently that's not K-pop related.
Oh, yeah.
You go first or second this week.
I'll go second because I'm never prepared for this. Go for it.
So the one that I'm going to recommend, since I've literally listened to every single one of their albums every day this week, except for Heavy Love, because for some reason it's not on Spotify anymore, and that's Man Overboard. I've listened to every single one of their albums every single day this week when I was at work. I guess I just really felt like defending pop punk for some reason.
Let me tell you, it doesn't get more defend pop punk than
and I even put this in
Overboard
chat the other day. But in my opinion, they are like quintessential pop punk. Like they are pop punk.
Oh, yeah.
I don't care if it gets people making fun of me. I think they're one of the best pop punk bands to ever be around.
I don't know how.
Super terrible live, but really good.
They're really bad live, but they were literally in the time period of the defend pop punk.
They started.
It was like them in the Wonder Years, and like that was like the pop. That was like when pop punk became a thing again.
And like the Story So Far.
That was like pop punk was like a thing. Like Blink-182, whatever.
What was the other band that? Real Friends,
Wonder Years. There's a bunch of random ones.
I can't even think of them now, but they used to always be like Warped Tour, you know, like that was like the whole era.
And it was just like this new form of pop punk, and that was it.
The mid to like early 2010s, that was what it was. But I'm not even joking. I listened to every single one of their albums every single day this week, and if I had to recommend one, I've really been listening to Rare and Teleport recently off their like one deluxe album. Like it's stuck in my head right now. I keep singing it.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll link that in the, what do you call it, the little show notes. But yeah, that's my recommendation. Pop punk, defend it, Man Overboard.
It's hard to say because there was a lot of shows back then. If did you see them not at Warped Tour?
I've only seen them at Warped Tour.
Okay, then I probably did too. I just didn't know if. I just remember them not being really good, but their music is good.
It's also
maybe they had a bad day.
It's like sometimes the rigging, depending where you are, sounds weird.
Oh my gosh.
Or like the music's turned up, so they're like yelling, or like they're not turned up loud enough, so the music drowns out. They did not sound very good.
Still, the worst band I ever heard at Warped or really ever was Sleeping with Sirens. Horrible.
See, I didn't see that, so I didn't.
Horrible. It was so bad. It just didn't sound. It's kind of just didn't sound good. It just was. It was bad. It was just kind of a jumbled mess. Kellen's voice was weird. I don't know. Maybe it was an off day. Maybe, like you said.
Sorry. It was the deluxe version of Man Overboard, their self-titled album.
Yeah.
Which is funny because it's like the deluxe version, but it's literally just the album, and at the end they just added like live versions of the songs that they have already.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Man
K-pop
Overboard strategy there.
Who you got?
I have nothing. I did not prepare for this. So next week I'm going to actually try and... I literally looked at my Spotify to go see what other stuff I looked before. And the first thing was the Taylor Swift that we listened to a week ago that we already talked about.
There we go. He did.
I've barely listened to any music this week. So next week I'll try and listen to some actual...
So here we go.
Some music.
In the last 7 days it says I've listened to 111 Man Overboard tracks.
Yeah.
And my top... These are like my top 4 more listened to albums. Real Talk, Man Overboard, the Deluxe Edition, and Heart Attack.
I remember Heart Attack.
And then I listened to Heavy Love on YouTube 4 times because...
There you go.
For some reason, it's not on Spotify right now.
That's weird. It'll come back, I'm sure.
And then someone like posted a link in Reddit because someone like asked about it.
Yeah.
And you could still open it from the link. And there's like 3 of the songs available. Mm-hmm. And I even saved it to my album, so in case it comes back, I have it. And it's not even my saved album. It's just like gone.
It disappeared?
Yeah.
That's weird. But those are like, I don't know. There's
also
like,
no skips. Every song's a great song.
There's always like weird stuff about that. But then it like always comes back. So hopefully it'll be back up there eventually.
I can't say they're the worst band I've ever heard live. They were very bad. The worst band I've ever heard live was Can't Swim. And I like heard them play a show, like an actual like venue. Mm-hmm. And I was like second row and it was terrible. I have a video of it on my own YouTube channel. One of the worst things I've ever heard in my life. Like, it was so bad, it ruined their music for me, and I've not listened to a song they've put out since then.
Sometimes bands are not good.
It's bad.
Sometimes
like really
bands
bad.
are just not good.
I might unprivate it just so if anyone listening to this wants to go listen to it,
If
you
you
can hear
want
how
to
bad it
see,
is.
feel the pain. The opposite of that, I was talking to some guys at work and telling them how great Armored for Sleep was not that long ago.
Oh, amazing. Amazing.
And I was telling them about the anniversary tour and stuff like that and all that stuff. So
It's funny you say that because today I got out of my car with Chris, the kid I work with, or guy I work with, and he's like, the weather's kind of nice out here. It's like the early November. I'm like, I just saw that band play like a couple weeks ago. And he's like, that's a real band? I'm like, yes, it is.
Yes, stupid. Look it up. Ace Enders, the man.
And it was really good live,
guy ever.
too.
Yeah, I was like, yeah, those bands were excellent live. They sound just like their albums, just heavier because it's in person. So, but everything else about it sounded perfect. Because I was talking to some of the guys, and then we were talking about like Warped Tour and stuff like that and all that. So that got brought up. I was like, yeah, it was like the last show I went to, and sounded literally immaculate. Like, shout out to them for just putting on such a good, solid sounding show.
Just still got it.
Like, literally just sounded perfect. Like, it's pretty crazy, actually, but sounded perfect.
Since it was, what, a 20-year anniversary?
I know. This is crazy. It's crazy, but that was a great show. It was a great show.
Next, we have this awesome segment of us trying drinks, but they're not energy drinks. I ordered these on Black Friday from a thing I got an ad for on Instagram. I see it, like, pop up, and I never click it, you know?
Yeah.
So finally, I'm like, you know what? I'll click. I'll try it out. So it's called Madrinas, and it's located in St. Louis, and they essentially make, like, instant coffee-flavored energy drink powder. But, I mean, I think that's what instant coffee is anyways.
Mm-hmm.
But it comes in different flavors. So I ordered it because I wanted to try it. 'Cause, you know, we like trying stuff. And normally the tubs are between, like, $20 and $25 a piece. Right. And they were $10.
Not bad.
So I got all 3 tubs plus this little shaker bottle for $40 shipped. So I mean, you can't beat that.
Extremely good deal.
Yeah, and it's like each serving is like 100. Or sorry, I can't talk. Each serving is 1 scoop, and it's like 200 milligrams of caffeine, which is like drinking a really high-end energy drink nowadays.
Right.
So we were tired earlier, so we tried one of the flavors, which was a white chocolate peppermint, and it was really good.
It was solid.
Depending on who you are, I kind of like my coffee flavored stuff a little stronger. So the recommended 12 ounces per 1 scoop was a little watery for me. So I mixed it up and I did like 8 ounces with 1 scoop, and that was pretty solid. Like the flavor's really good.
Right. It was good. It was tasty.
So now we have 2 other flavors we're going to try.
Oh, yeah.
And we're going to do this now because I'm kind of sleepy. So hopefully this gives me a little energy. So this one we're doing is like a special collab they did. I don't remember who they did it with. But it's called honey coffee. It's like kind of sweet honey flavored with it.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to try it and see how it is right now. That tastes really good.
Pretty solid.
It definitely has like an earthy honey taste
Oh,
to
it's
it
definitely honey, yeah.
with the coffee.
Mm.
I actually like that. It's good.
Certainly lives up to the name. Pretty good.
We have another one we're going to save for later.
Yeah.
But I like it.
That's good.
You know, for being a powder you just shake up in like a shaker bottle, like a protein shake.
Mm-hmm.
Can't complain. These are actually pretty legit.
Not bad at all.
And they have a bunch of flavors. Like one of them's like butter cake, one's cookies and cream, birthday cake. One's like a tapatio spicy hot chocolate.
I will say they certainly taste like the flavor. Like they are what they are what we thought they were.
Really. I guess the jury's out on if it really gives you energy like it says. But I also consume a lot of caffeine, so
right. I feel like it definitely woke me up.
But I mean,
we didn't even have like that much, yeah.
If I was like leaving the house and I've got this, and I just throw some in there to take to work with me,
right?
Like that'd save me so much money from spending $3 on energy drinks every day.
Oh yeah, that'd be really good.
It's like legit. So that's kind of cool. So shout out to Madrinas.
This one is tasty.
And you guys actually kind of shocked. Shout out to St. Louis, kind of hometown team right there.
I like your Mando font. It's very cool.
It is cool. But now we've come to the special second segment before the awards today. And you know what that is?
What is it?
Guess whose last Christmas presents came in?
Whoa.
Yours.
Heck yeah.
So, for those of you who don't know, since you wouldn't know, since we did it off the air, the first Christmas present was a while ago before we saw Purple Kiss.
Oh, baby.
And I got us cool sweatshirts with the new K-pop kimchi design on it, which apparently everybody loves.
Everybody loves.
Literally, most basic design I've ever made, right? I make all kinds of designs. Most basic thing I've ever made. Everybody loved it. Maybe that's the key.
Easy money.
We might have talked about it on another episode that we did.
Mm-hmm.
We even got compliments from the girls in Purple Kiss when we were wearing them.
Yeah.
And that's how Chain remembered who I was when I went and got my pictures with it the second time.
Oh, yeah.
And then the other one we did, I got us matching new jackets that were like kind of, not a windbreaker material, more like a I don't know what kind of polyester.
It's like lighter.
Like sportswear material.
It's cool.
They're like custom ones that I made like from Vistaprint, which actually came out really nice.
They were awesome.
But now we have the last presents you're getting.
Dope. I'm excited.
Actually, now that I think about it, there's something else in here for you.
Perfect.
Got this in the mail.
Oh, man.
I had no idea what it was until I opened it. And I was like, what is this?
Dude, it came from Railroad Street.
Yeah.
What could it be? Oh, yeah. Dude, yes. My thing you had to order. Oh, my gosh. That's so cool.
Dude, it came so early. The expected ETA was January 4th.
What? My Sulgi standee from their concert.
I just got it.
That's so awesome. Shout out to that. Sulgi. Now I have another acrylic stand.
Now it's time for the best present ever, right?
Oh,
here you go.
Yes! Oh my gosh.
I got us both.
Triple S. Invincible. We didn't forget about you, Young Chief. We did not forget about you.
We got
Here's this ASMR bubble.
I got us both.
I'm so excited.
4 albums.
Let's go.
From Triple S.
You thought we forgot about
Evolution.
Evolution.
After my order got canceled and never showed up. But I got refunded for it.
Let's go.
So we have 2 of each versions for each of us. So we'll have to open those later.
Oh my gosh, this is so cool.
But yeah, so there you go.
These are our first ones.
That's your last Christmas present I got for you.
Sweet.
So we both have 2 of each copy.
Beautiful. I can't wait to open them.
And then I got this from the person because she said she had extra ones. And it is a special Mayu pre-order benefit, which is like
cool.
a little princess.
She's a little princess. Good for you.
Evolution. Mayu's my favorite member of Evolution.
We did not forget about you, Evolution. We are here.
So shout out to Cheeky God on Instagram for hooking me up with
You're
these.
the GOAT, Cheeky God. I love it. I'm pumped to open them. Objects.
So we'll have to open these later. But yeah, there we go. We did it.
Dude, best
All the
Christmas
presents
ever.
came in.
Once yours come in, we will open them. Or you will open them.
Also, as we were talking, I can definitely feel the energy drink.
No, I think this...
I'm a little jittery.
I think this really works.
But I also like just straight shotgun mine.
Yeah. Well, I was feeling it from the other one. I wasn't jittery, but it definitely woke me up. It's doing its job. Hey, it's doing its job.
So shout out
it's got a lot of caffeine.
That's kind of sick. I was going to say, since
I'm so excited for...
we drank the other one.
Yeah.
Then I drank a whole nother one.
Yeah.
And now I'm drinking this. So what is that, like?
3 shots?
400 or 500 milligrams of caffeine right now?
Yeah. That's what's called show ready right there.
Yeah, so getting hyped for the show. But that concludes our segments for the
go.
first 15 minutes of the episode.
Don't worry, there's more coming. If you only care about segments, we'll have some at the end.
True.
But now...
time for some awards.
The award time. Woo!
Yeah, super fun. 2023 KPK Awards.
KPK Awards.
So I hope everyone liked the fan awards last week. This week we got our own. Got to pull up my handy dandy notepad.
I did it today. I did it today at work. Awards, I'm always like, what could it be? But then you just got to go with the first feeling in your heart.
Essentially none of these are going to be a surprise to anyone who's listened to us.
Yeah, I was like, this isn't too... There's maybe like 2 of them I had to give a little thought to. But,
And for anyone who listened last week, these are essentially the exact same awards. They're just our awards.
Yeah, same categories.
So the first one up is Choreo of the Year.
Choreo of the Year.
And my pick for choreo, I don't have like runner-ups or anything. I mean, I might mention some other ones I liked.
Yeah, I didn't do that either.
But I'd say my choreo of the year by far, just because I watched so many stages of it, is the sickest thing ever, was Super Shy by
Woo! Tied 1 for 1. That was mine too. I mean,
use.
how is that not the best choreo of the year?
Oh, it's so cool. We actually talked about it, I think, last week.
Yeah.
How it's cool how all the people, it's like aerobic exercises, and it's like so perfectly synced.
I love it.
It's so cool.
I love it. It's
it's really cool, the music video, but if you like watch the actual live stages of them doing it, and we saw it like live at Lollapalooza, it's like so crazy. It's like so
seeing
perfect.
it live was like the icing on the cake of just like, wow, this is like the most... It's just so fun. And with all the backup dancers, it's like still choreographed and like really good. It's not like, oh, there's too many people on stage. It's like really solid use of all the people. So yeah, that was a no-brainer. Super Shy is like
the other one that I thought about that I really liked, that I mean really shouldn't be in contention for because it just came out like a little bit ago, was the new look one from Triple S with all 16 of them.
That was cool.
Just because there's so many people.
I really enjoyed. I actually really enjoyed the macaroni cheese choreo.
Yeah, that was sick too.
That was really cool, and I thought Young Pussy did a really good job. But again, it was kind of a no-brainer for Super Shy. I just love the like aerobic, fun, upbeat dances.
Super
it's
fun,
just
super great.
so cool.
It was Super Shy.
It was Super Shy. Good job, Super Shy.
Next, we have favorite B-side.
This was also a no-brainer.
What did you pick for that?
That was Back to the City by Kepler.
Yeah, that's what I picked.
I mean, that honestly was probably
that's like probably one of
the overall easiest one of the 1-1 seed for me because like nothing's beating Back to the City.
No, that's so good.
It was incredible.
Definitely one of my favorite songs that's come out this year.
It's like arguably Kepler's best song. It was an emotional time seeing that live. Maybe it's just because we see it live. Maybe that's the thing. It's like we saw it live at KCON, and after everything we'd kind of been through with Kepler, like watching All Girls Planet to seeing them in person, like so cool and such a good B-side, and it's just like that fun city pop vibe.
Our next award we have is Music Video of the Year.
This one was kind of interesting. We'll probably have different ones here.
I'm sure we will. I thought about it a lot because there's a couple that like really came to me immediately.
Right.
But then when I really thought about it, I think my favorite music video I saw this year was Karma by Pixie.
Yeah, that was a good one.
It was so sick with their like little suits and stuff.
Yeah, very
we
good.
saw it live multiple times.
I was gonna say the seeing it live helps, but yeah, that was a good music video.
What'd you pick?
I picked a B-side video thing, None of My Business by ITZY.
That was a really good video.
That was an awesome song. Probably my favorite ITZY song of the year. But I just love the baseball jerseys. It was like by far of any concept anyone's had, like my favorite outfits a group has worn this year. I like literally got my own for KCON for EG, so it was just such a cool look and then such a very good, fun summary video. So yeah, None of My Business. Just a great overall song.
I think the only other one that I had that I really came to mind like immediately when I thought about it was Honey or Spice by Lightsome.
Yeah, that's a good one.
But that's also because we saw it a million times.
There was also
and every stage, so.
This one was another one that I was like, Super Shy was a pretty cool video too.
Yeah, no,
like,
I didn't want to give all my awards to the same song.
Just because of the aerobic dancing. It's just
Super
so
Shy was
fun.
really good.
If you like put aerobic fun dancing in your video or choreo, you're gonna win.
Next up, we have Rookie of the Year. There's really only one answer for this.
Oh, just say it for the fans.
And it was Triple S, but more importantly,
Lovolution. Yeah!
So,
that's what I had.
That's
Easy.
really only a person that you could have picked.
I had the weird thought in my head. I was like, does it count? But of course it counts because it's a whole new group. So
I actually looked on the little K, whatever, I don't know what it is, show that keeps track of all the people that debuted this year.
Yep, it's that.
And Lovolution was on there.
Yep.
So
I did the same thing.
yeah, I was gonna say.
Because I was like, technically Triple S, but I was like, no, Lovolution.
So I mean, I guess if you don't count Triple S, just Lovolution as a whole.
Yeah.
Or not Lovolution as a whole. If you don't count Lovolution, Triple S as a whole was my Rookie of the Year.
Lovolution was mine as well. Yeah, that was an easy peasy lemon squeezy pick right there.
Next, we have Album of the Year. What'd you pick for your album of the year?
My album of the year was Assemble.
Yes!
It's the best album of the year. I mean, it's so...
Actually, that's what I picked, and when we went to LA, the only K-pop album I actually have downloaded to my phone so I can listen to it without Wi-Fi is Assemble by Triple S.
It's got like the best B-sides on it.
The whole album. It's like full of like literally like title tracks.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's so good.
And again, seeing it live, a lot of the songs, actually most of them live,
I think it was all of
they played more of those live than they did their own.
They actually said that they didn't sing a lot of Lovolution songs when we saw them.
They did more Assemble. Assemble is top to bottom the best.
And they had the new look video that came out. That was sick.
I mean, Triple S is kind of just dominating.
Like, The Baddest is like my favorite Triple S song, and that's on there.
And that's a crazy good B-side. Really, they could have won the B-side award too.
I didn't want to give all my awards to Triple S.
There's a fair amount. I will say,
because
I have really...
They had Colorful too, which is like the sickest song ever.
Like, Beam's cool. Like, it's just a good...
And of course, Rising was awesome, which I just did like another video for.
Yeah, I know. I have really enjoyed the albums Ace was put out. It's weird because I like always say like, well, they're just never one of my favorite people, but I always listen to their albums a lot. The Drama album and the other one, the actually one they had before with Spicy and like all those other B-sides, they had videos for it. Like Ace was had some very solid albums overall, but no, Rising or Triple S is the best.
One thing that's kind of weird is I talk about it all the time, but when I listen to like other stuff, like when I recommend like Man Overboard or any of those other bands, I literally listen to the entire album. I'll listen to it from front to back. Like if there's one song on the album I like, I'll listen to the whole album and see if there's any other songs I like.
Mm-hmm.
But when it comes to K-pop, I really don't.
Mm-hmm.
I'll listen to like the title track and maybe a couple B-sides that come up, but I don't like listen to like the entire album. So there's a lot of probably B-sides that I miss out on. Also, it's like a group I'm like really into. I'll listen to it just cause.
Yeah.
But generally, most of the time, I don't listen to the whole album. So
usually, yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of Twice B-sides you tell me about. I'm like,
usually if it's like someone I like and they come out with a thing, and even if it's like not maybe my like one of my top groups at the time, I'll just like listen through it once because usually K-pop albums are also like extremely short, so it's not long. So like I can give this a listen, and maybe you find a couple good B-sides in there. One of my favorite albums this whole year, which I'm not giving it any award because I didn't think the title track was good at all, but was the second GOT album that came out forever ago. That song, that like Girls on Top, has some dope B-sides. It's
I've never heard of it.
No, they're just like so cool. And I was thinking about it today. I was like, those were really good. But that was a good album too. But still not as good as Assemble.
Before we get into our top awards, we can go into our little side things here. So this is gonna be a great segment here for our favorite new bias this year.
I mean, this was also an easy one, but it had to be. I mean, it's the people I bias in Triple S. That's like easily my biases of, because I mean I didn't know about them before this year. So
so I was gonna say, so on mine, obviously I have 3 people that we saw this year that I'm like have super biases in right now.
Sure.
But the one that I gave the winning nod to was because when we saw Pixie, I knew who Dio was, like, before we saw them.
True.
And even when we saw Purple Kiss, I knew she wasn't my favorite member, but I knew who Dosi was, and I knew she was in the group, right?
Mm-hmm.
But when it came to Triple S, I had to pick Soyeon because I literally had no idea who she was until this year started.
Oh, that's why I picked. Because,
I mean, either of those are, like, my favorite new biases. Like, this is, like, the first time in my K-pop life I can honestly say there's multiple people that I want as, like, my ultimate bias that I don't like any more than any other person.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because normally I have like one. I'm like, oh yeah, like, this is my favorite person. Or like,
yeah.
Like Ludo was my favorite person for a long time. Sungin was my favorite person.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's like these 3 people, like idols, like my favorite idols, like all 3 of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, like I knew who the other members were going into seeing them, or I knew at least of them.
Yeah.
But when it came to like Soyeon and Triple S, before we watched like Queendom Puzzle and stuff, no idea who she
was.
was.
That's why I put
literally no idea.
That's why I put my Triple S, because I was thinking about it and I was like, I didn't exactly that reasoning. I was like, I didn't know who Yubin, Dahyun, Soyeon, or Katone were. Well, I knew who Katone was from Girls Planet, but in the grand scheme of Triple S, I didn't really know. So I was like, I didn't know about these people until this year, and I love all 4 of them equally. So they all have to be like my new bias of the year because they essentially are a new bias. Like it's a brand new bias of people that I love a lot. So yeah, it's the Triple S members that I like. So.
That's the deciding factor. I had no idea who she was.
Yeah, I was like, I literally had no idea about these people. Because now I do.
When you like one member of a group and you switch to a different one, at least you knew they were there.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not like they like popped out of nowhere. Like, yeah. I've listened to these guys since she debuted. Where'd this like 6th member come from? Like, this is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I had no idea who she was. So that's my number one new bias of the. This has really just been a Triple S dominant episode right now. It's just but they've had a big year for us.
They've had a big year, and like. It's not even like we're reaching. Like, this is like the honest truth, too. I was like, is there too much Triple S? No, because these are the right answers.
And then I have bias wrecker of the year. My bias wrecker is the same bias wrecker I have all the time, and it's Sinbi from Games.
Interesting. That's interesting. I wasn't going to guess that one.
Because every time I see her, I'm just like, man, what am I doing with my life?
Yeah.
It was either her or Nayeon.
I thought it was going to be Nayeon this year anyway.
But...
The most Idol of the Week award winner we've
had.
That
is true.
She has the most Idol award of the weeks.
I forgot to factor that in.
At like 2 or maybe 3?
2 out of 4, I think.
Yeah.
But no, that was my number 2. But also when I made the list, I was like watching random things that were popping up as reels with Sinbi doing stuff, and I'm like, oh god.
Hard not to be wrecked by Sinbi.
She's just like the ultimate, like, everyone like. There's certain people in the NBA, like, no matter where they go, they're always a 6-man.
You're never going to be...
Or a defensive stopper.
You're never number 1.
Sinbi's just always, like, just...
But my gosh, you're close.
The bias wrecker.
Yeah.
Like, she's always going to be that one spot right there.
Yeah.
Who did you pick?
I picked Yuki from Purple Kiss, mainly because we saw them. And that was going to be my new bias, but I liked Yuki before, and I knew who she was. So that's, again, like...
Yeah, it's like...
That's why I was like, I'm not picking Yuki, because she's already, like, my favorite person. But after watching Queendom and then seeing her in person... You really do have those, like, the bias record to me is like someone in your head. You're just like, why have I not just dedicated everything to you, and why do I care about anyone else? Like you have those thoughts pass through, and that was definitely Yuki this year. So she easily earned that spot.
That was me when we reacted to the video for Vives and what was it, Untie?
That was a great B-side. Shout out to that.
That was a sick video.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, besides Super Shy or whatever I picked for my video, none of my business. I thought about that one. I was like, that was a really cool vid.
That was a really sick
simple.
song.
It was a simple but like cool dancing and cool set. Like the lighting was cool. Like I always appreciate the more kind of like dope, simple looks like that.
Actually, both of their songs they put out were really good.
Really good.
Like
VVZs or
I was
whatever.
like, we say it all the time, but I don't know if they put out like bad songs since they became Vives. Like even their B-sides were awesome.
Like their stuff is they're really good. I would really like to see. Maybe they'll come to KCON. That'd be fun.
So now we got that out of the way. One of our other big awards here is Boy Group Song of the Year. Who'd you pick for your Boy Group Song
I
of the Year?
picked Bouncy by ATEEZ. That was my Boy Group Song of the Year. Easy.
That was also what the people picked.
Yeah.
I was going to pick that, but then I went and looked at like my last FM most played songs of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And the one song that I have played more than Bouncy as a boy group song is one I've talked about since literally the beginning of the year when it came out.
Yeah.
And that's I Need You by TNX.
I knew you'd pick a TNX song.
I love TNX.
I knew you'd pick a TNX.
The new 6.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was like, Bouncy's amazing, but I freaking love this song by TNX.
Yeah.
So that's my boy group song of the year.
Nah, Bouncy was an easy pick. Love that song. Great job, ATEEZ. You do a good job.
Now we're going to go to girl group song of the year. And I tried to parcel it out every year so it's not like the same awards to every single group, so it's a little switch up. Although this really isn't saying that it's not one of the top songs. Spoiler alert for our top 10 songs of the year award.
Yeah.
But this is one song that if it wasn't for the song I have as my overall song of the year, this would definitely have had the top spot because it blew my mind the first time I saw it.
Yeah.
And that's Charismatic from Queendom.
Yeah, that was good.
Freaking love it. It's so. And I put the Queendom Puzzle because both of them were very good. Like both versions of it.
Yeah, yeah.
And then they did the super stage at the finale. And it was the sickest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, that's definitely one of my favorite songs of the year for
Second
sure.
most played song of the year on my
definitely one of my. I was thinking about it, but then I was like, I'm gonna go with a group.
I wondered that because I was like, is this really one? Because it's actually a group, but it counts as a group because it was a release.
Yeah, I mean it was a song, so it definitely counts.
Yeah, Charismatic from Queendom Puzzle.
I was like, no, we'll save that for later. But I picked Karma by Pixie.
Great song.
Mainly because Pixie is the best K-pop group to ever exist, and we saw it multiple times, and we learned it multiple times
we
from
did.
Pixie for TikToks.
And we did very bad.
We all did bad every single time, but Dia and the gang tried their best to teach our horrible dancing selves how to do Karma. But yeah, Karma's a great song. Like you said, the video's incredible. The styling is really, really cool. I just love the very serious, kind of mature, but cool vibe to it. I'm excited for Pixie to continue their story. But yeah, Karma was my girl group song of the year, mainly because Pixie's the best.
And we got a Pixie backdrop.
Yep.
And see.
Lots of those.
I guess before we get to our final, we can try this out. I've already got the shake, so I'm going to gingerly sip this. This flavor is one that actually... This is the one that inspired me to get these drinks.
Yeah.
And it's because this flavor sounds like, this sounds awesome. And it is Gourmet French Toast. So
interesting.
It smells like French toast.
Oh, that one's my favorite.
It actually tastes just like Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
It tastes like Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
If it was a coffee.
That's my favorite one.
I would love to
drink
those
the rest
of that, but I'm probably going to freak out.
Yeah, I took one sip. I'm taking a break.
But yeah, that was good. Hey, you know what? Good job, Madrinas. I'm going to use my $15 Madrinas bucks and probably buy another flavor.
Shout out to that being like an actual awesome coupon. Like it's like a huge $15 thing.
There's sometimes we get these stuff and they taste terrible.
Oh my gosh.
These
were very much the opposite of that. They were very good and definitely give you energy. So
yeah, I can feel it now.
It's like good coffee.
It's so for anyone who's not used to or has a high caffeine tolerance or they're not used to taking pre-workout and stuff, it's not like an energy. I can't compare it to like an energy where you're just awake, you can feel it. It's more like a jolt of caffeine or sugar where it's I can
There's only a few things that really get me like that anymore, but this definitely did. Like, I'm not drinking anymore right now.
Because I'm not going to feel my head's going like a million miles an hour.
It certainly gets you in the zone.
But I mean, if you need like a quick jolt, if it's like
Good
a rush
stuff.
of caffeine, this is the way to go.
And you got a really cool shaker cup.
And the shaker cup was only like $8. That's actually pretty cheap.
It was, it's really good. I think my favorite one was, I think it was literally the not Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Can't say that on the air.
Sponsor us.
Whatever this one
Gourmet
is.
French toast.
Yeah, gourmet French toast, and then the honey one, and then peppermint mocha. But they were
all
good.
The honey one. It's like a little earthy coffee flavor with a little sweetness to it.
It was definitely something I feel like I haven't had it before, but it was really good.
Yeah, I'll have to try some other flavors. Like that gooey butter cake sounds kind of good.
They're probably all amazing now.
I was gonna say based off this,
like they're 3 for 3. So,
and I will say the taste of it's not like overpowering.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, oh yeah, this tastes like what it says it is.
Sure.
But it's not like, oh, it's so thick. There's some energy drinks you get where it's like thick, like a syrup.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? And there's others you get that are like really watered down and you can't even taste it. This is like a nice,
nice mix.
Coffee with a hint of whatever it says it is.
It really does taste like coffee. Like the consistency and everything too. So, A+.
Good job, Madrinas.
Thank you very much.
Before we get to our last award, my other award that we can throw in here real fast that I was thinking about, but didn't put on the list because I forgot.
I have one too. Let's see if it's...
What was your favorite concert you went to?
You know, I actually was going to ask you that.
Our award for a favorite concert.
Oh, man. I feel like I need to think a little bit. I'm not sure. I feel...
Just off the top of your head, person that pops in your head.
Probably just Triple S in Kansas City.
Dude, yes. That's what I was going to say.
Mainly because the trip was so fun. And we got to hang out with our friend Zeg. So that was cool.
Seeing Pixie was awesome all those times. And the drive to Atlanta was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
But I'd seen Purple Kiss in Chicago's up there. That was like a great experience.
Yeah.
But no, I think that honestly, even though we went to KCON, we went to like 18 other shows, my favorite experience by far this year was just driving to Kansas City after work and opening the 200 packs of Zeg and then chilling
in the Airbnb and getting Taco Bell.
Trying to find our weird neighbors underneath of us.
That was weird. Never did.
At 4 in the morning with our Triple S light sticks and going to the hot pot. And then just going and seeing Triple S at that awesome theater.
Yeah, it was, and then staying that night and just leaving the next day. Literally just, like, perfect situation.
And the weather was great.
Perfect, like, early fall, just sunny. It was, like, a perfect trip. It was so fun. Got to meet Triple S again. And the thing is before that, our whole Chicago thing, the concert part was kind of canceled. So we got, like, the best experience ever as, like, the meet and greet. But it wasn't the concert that we saw in Kansas City. So that was, like, our first time really seeing, like, what they had prepared, what we were supposed to see, you know what I mean? So
also, we got like all the cards we wanted.
Oh my gosh, we
got like 1 billion digital cards we shouldn't have.
The venue was super cool.
We got like let in early.
Yeah, it was just an overall like amazing experience, and it was a fun road trip with our buddy, and Triple S was the best. I wish we could do it again. I would love to do it again.
I'd say my second favorite was probably going to Chicago to see Purple Kiss.
That was my second favorite one, too.
And then after that, probably going to Atlanta to see Pixie.
I just feel like the Pixie ones were, like, started it all in a way, even though we've been going to concerts for years. But, like maybe if things were placed differently. But, I mean, the Pixie ones as a whole were just, like, so fun. And
I will say one thing, looking back on it, was kind of crazy to me, because I was thinking about this, was how many concert experiences I put above going to LA to go see KCON.
I kind of just don't... I don't know. That's kind of just like its own thing to me. It's not like going to Kansas City is not the same as flying. Like that's just like such a big endeavor. I just don't really count it. It was really fun, but like it's just like it's like, oh, what concert did you go to? I like don't think of KCON. I just don't. I don't know why, but I'm trying to. I mean, we went to a lot, man. Like we went to a lot this year. It was so many.
Oh,
I mean,
Tribe one was sick.
Tribe
going to Omaha.
Omaha in one day and back.
We drove 6.5 hours to Omaha.
That was so fun. Tribe was awesome.
Saw Tribe, and then came back.
That's like forever. Like
I don't think you guys understand. That's a 13-hour trip in one day for a show that lasts like an hour and 45 minutes.
Tribe was like so fun to see too. Like that was such a cool show. We saw them twice.
First ever sold out Leo show in America.
Yeah. Omaha, Nebraska.
Of all places.
Honestly. But yeah, Tribe was really fun. I mean, there was just a lot. Honestly, I'd have to go think about it and like write it down because we've been to so many different ones. But yeah, Triple S, Kansas City, number one.
Also, the hype was through the roof to go see Triple S when we went to go see Triple S.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we were so pumped to do that for like a long time. way before.
Oh, so
way
we
before.
were excited to see him in Chicago because we were going to go see Hanabi before, and I literally messaged him. I was like, dude, I'll just like take the chunk on this ticket and just let's not go and let's go see Triple S instead.
That was that's still just like the craziest thing because that didn't cost anything but the gas to get there and whatever we spent on food because we got refunded everything
all of our money.
And then we got to see Triple S in the hotel meeting room
with
thing.
like the coolest like literally private 100-person show of all time.
It was like that's like the most elite thing ever. But again, that's like something like I can't count that as a concert.
Probably the closest thing we'll ever get to like an authentic meet and greet.
Oh, like you see, that you like get selected for like.
Yeah.
And we had like both really good seats for that. That's probably like the craziest K-pop thing ever. But it's like hard. It's like wasn't really like the concert.
Then after that, we're like, oh, we had a taste. Now we really want to see them. And we're so hyped because Kansas City was like a couple weeks later. Yeah. It was like a fun drive.
Everything about Kansas City was really fun. We had a cool place to stay.
We never had an Airbnb before.
Yeah,
and it was like a whole house.
It was a whole house that we had with our buddy that we met there, and then like drove him, and then when we left, we like took him to the airport and drove home.
I got my sick Triple S tattoo before he went.
Mm-hmm.
So that was just a really great time. That's number one on my list. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, that's probably my number one too.
What was your other one?
Oh, my other one. I don't know why. I just it was just a solo song of the year, and that was "Cherry Coke" by Yoon, because that was my favorite solo song of the year. So
I actually thought about that because I didn't really put solo song in there. People were asking about it, and it's mainly because I forgot about it. But yeah,
I just wanted Cherry Coke on there.
I'd probably pick Cherry Coke. It'd either be that or Fast Forward by Somi.
Yeah, it'd be actually a close battle.
Honestly, another spoiler alert for the top 10 episode.
Yeah.
You know, it's one song, it's a solo song that I freaking listen to like non-stop.
Which one?
That I'd probably put over Cherry Coke.
The inappropriate BTS one?
Yes. No. Shung by Taeyong.
Yeah. No,
I'd probably put that as my number one solo song. I listen to that way more than listen to Cherry Coke.
I will say, if I went back and looked at the listens, I will probably listen to that Taeyong song more.
Like, it's so good. I love it.
It's really good. That's honestly probably more than Fast Forward too.
It was like...
I listened to that song a lot.
It's like when we did our one halfway through the year awards last year, and then I discovered Copycat.
Yeah.
By Chobam, and it like took over my life.
Yeah.
That was like... I didn't even pay attention to this song when Taeyong came out the first time. I was like, oh, he has a song with Lisa, that's cool. And then it randomly came on like a Discover Weekly playlist or something.
Sick.
And I was like, this is like the sickest song ever. And I've like listened to it like nonstop, probably at least 3 times a week.
I mean, when it came out, I was like, this is really dope, and I listened to it a lot. But I didn't really get why it never really, nothing really happened with it. Like, it kind of was a thing and cool and...
Yeah, you didn't really hear too much about it.
But I was like, that song was so cool, and Lisa's on it. I'm like, why is this not like the biggest K-pop song of the year? Like, it's so dope. But actually, his other song with the BTS guy was cool too.
Actually, yeah, both of them are really good.
But yeah, that was a good one. But still, like Cherry Coke, that's definitely my solo one.
I'd probably because
Yin's amazing.
Shung first, and then I put Cherry Coke.
And because I was really scared because of her first song she had, I was like, oh no, because it was like not.
Yeah.
And I was like, what are we going to get? And then she had Cherry Coke, and I was like, oh, that was just perfect. So, good job, Yin. We love you.
Now we have the grand finale.
The real question is like, will we have the same one?
The big enchilada. So, I only have one song I've listened to more than any other K-pop song this year. And when we actually did our halfway through the year awards, you forgot it even came out this year. And my number one song this year is OMG by New Jeans.
Oh, actually, okay.
That's like my most listened to song of the entire year. Not even K-pop, just every single song this year was OMG by New Jeans.
Song of the year. A great song.
I mean, how can I not pick a song that's my most listened to song?
Yeah.
Like I said, it's not just K-pop. This is the most listened to song I had out of every single thing.
That thing did some work when it came out then.
Oh, I listened to it a ton.
It is a great song though.
Even on my Spotify Wrapped, it was my most listened to song. I was like, oh, I guess I listened to it.
Seeing them is like one of the most magical, awesome experience. Yeah, is that just my favorite one? There it is.
Out of the 3,442 songs I've listened to this
65.
year, this is my number one song I listened to.
Solid. I'll just never forgive whoever decided to give us the weird rock version and not just the normal version at Lollapalooza.
Yeah, that's kind of a letdown.
Because, what the heck? Even though all the other rock versions were super sick. But yeah, OMG. I mean, New Jeans is like freaking awesome, so.
I did listen to it on repeat.
Who just does? I mean, come on. Like, New Jeans is sick.
And then we saw it live and I was like, oh, it's so much better than I thought it was going to be. Even though they gave us the weird thing. I'm like, oh, why is the rock version, but it's so sick.
It like still is awesome. That was just, is that secretly just the best concert, the best 45 minutes? Just because we
You
waited.
know, I always forget about that being a concert.
It was so fun. That was such a good overall experience. So fun. And we hung out with our guy Peter for an hour and a half in line to get the
Shout out
last
to you,
merch.
Peter, if you're listening to this.
I'm sure you're definitely not, but that's okay because we love you. Shout out to him too because he waited in line for all his friends too.
And then they get there like they're out of everything.
And they didn't even have any stuff because everyone wanted New Jeans merch. Everyone in that line wanted New Jeans merch.
Super cool dude, though.
Yeah, he was cool. That was really fun.
What was your song of the year?
Girls Capitalism.
Oh, yeah.
No brainer. I was like,
Great
yeah,
song.
Triple S, freaking best group of all time. I mean, I've never been more sad than after seeing the group than I was seeing Lovolution. So it's like Girls Capitalism, easy. Arguably the best video, too. That was like easily my song of the year. Is easily Girls Capitalism.
Song of the year. No, that's a good one.
We gotta
too.
represent. I mean, we gotta represent Triple S or the GOAT. So, good job.
Actually, my New Jeans one is the first one I put on my list. I was like, yeah, well, this is number one.
Nice.
But I listen to it a bunch. I still listen to it a bunch, actually. That's one of those ones where when it comes on like a random play, I like actively, my head just gets super excited because I'm like, this song is the best.
Yeah.
Good job, New Jeans.
Yeah, I know. We're really going against a grain.
I don't know.
Well, yeah, there it is.
I mean,
there's
that's
the awards. Yeah.
I can't say there's anything I'm really like surprised about.
No. I mean, it is what
Most
it is.
of ours are just exactly the same.
Pretty much the same stuff. We like similar stuff, so I'm just excited to open up the Evolution albums.
I guess what was your favorite concert venue we went to?
Oh, venue?
'Cause we went to a lot of places.
Is it time to just say our least favorite concert? Art Sanctuary sucks.
Yeah,
I hate it.
It wasn't the best.
Ugh,
Sorry, Louisville.
I'm so sorry, Louisville.
Sorry,
It's not Louisville's fault. It's the Art Sanctuary's fault.
Yeah.
Honestly, it was really close between Omaha, but I think I gotta pick the place we saw Purple Kiss. That place was really cool.
I think the one for Purple Kiss is pretty sick.
That was probably my favorite. Just because like the balcony was so sick, and it was like this cool theater, awesome, clean, nice place.
It was just like doing like actual like plays.
It was like really nice, but it was just like right in the middle of like the area you used to live. Like
it's like a nice area.
it was like it wasn't.
It's like downtown or anything.
It was just like in a random kind of suburb, Chicago, by Bob Evans. Like it was cool. That was probably my favorite.
That was really nice. The Omaha one was really nice. One that actually, surprisingly, I kind of like just because it kind of feels like second home to me now is Irving Theater.
Yeah.
I like going to Irving Theater.
I think I appreciate that more after going to the Art Sanctuary.
I mean, honestly, like, you can't be wrong.
I'm just going to throw out, a decent one we went to was the United Center to see NCT 127.
Or maybe, I don't know if you've heard of this, it's called Crypto Arena.
Yeah, I know. United Center is nicer than Crypto Arena, though.
United Center super nice.
United Center was a nicer place.
That's really nice. I'm trying to think where
Chicago's
else
just
we saw
nicer
people.
than Los Angeles.
I definitely think where we saw Purple Kiss the second time. Also, with our seats were like the best. Maybe if we sat in the back,
If Triple S didn't happen in Kansas City,
it might have been a little different.
yeah.
Actually, the one we saw in Kansas City was sick. It was like a big theater.
It was a big theater that had like statues. That was a really cool place too.
It's like
That's
Aladdin's
up there.
castle in there.
It really was. It was like very themed.
It's a great sound system.
I think my favorite one though was the Purple Kiss one, just because it like, I don't know, the balcony spot we had was so sick. It was like perfect on the side.
I mean, my number one favorite place was the Red Flag in St. Louis,
Oh yeah,
where we saw Pixie with the other 17 people,
man,
and then we saw Armor for Sleep.
that's a really sick venue too.
It
The
is
red,
really
the
cool.
Red Flag is very nice, and it's like really easy to get to because it's St. Louis.
There's a lot of fun venues, but I really just got to give the nudge to the one in Chicago, the Art Center, Performing Arts Center in Niles, because we got to sit and I'm old.
I was just gonna say, shout out to sitting down.
The best part is we sat the 3.5 hours to drive there, sat to eat, and then all we're like, man, I can't wait to sit down and watch this. So we sat there and watched the show, then we sat 3.5 hours back.
Because we're just cranky old guys, and every time we're like, what?
I gotta stand?
They're standing because like sometimes we'll look up a venue and they'll have seats in the picture, but they're like folding chairs, I guess. And then of course when we go, they're like not there, and it's like the standing room only. But this was a set seat, like those seats weren't moving. And we just had like a really awesome spot, and that was just maybe the best, but I don't know. It was really fun.
I'm trying to think of what some other awards that I missed.
The Atlanta Pixie one was alright. Irving Theater is cool. Then yeah, Red Flag was cool. We saw Tribe at Irving Theater also. That Tribe place in Omaha was awesome.
It was really nice.
That was a really cool place. If we didn't go see Purple Kiss in Chicago, that'd probably be my favorite place.
It's also just like really clean.
Yeah, it was like it looked like they like just kind of renovated it. It was like not big, but it was cool, a really nice place.
Yeah, what other awards are there? I'm sure there's like some other ones. I'd say my favorite thing I've started collecting is objects from Triple S.
Yeah, I know, like K-pop stuff. Award goes to objects.
5 more Soyeon objects than I have every single one of them.
Almost there.
Which surprisingly, there's a lot of them. So
I think it's raining out.
Yeah, I guess we're
really
just rain that we're
really just really just Triple S is the best.
I guess
just the find of the years
was the year of Triple S. Just what I can really boil it down to.
Which is cool because they're still so early in existence.
And Pixie.
And just everyone.
And Purple Kiss.
New Jeans. Why not?
Shout out to all my new favorite biases. You all get an award.
Yeah.
Dia, you get an award. Dosi, you get an award. Soyeon, you get the grand championship.
Yeah, I know. You win the ultimate bias.
I don't know.
It was a really good year, honestly. It was. I
know. I was actually gonna bring this up.
Put in the miles.
Everybody always says every year, "Oh, maybe next year will be better. Maybe next year's gonna be my year." You know?
Yeah.
I don't know if they're like joking or being serious, but that's like a thing that people do. I really was thinking today it's gonna be very hard for next year to beat 2023.
Agreed.
This is probably the best year I've ever had in my life.
Agreed. Just as far as like everything.
Like, I'm employed still. I got a house.
There you go.
I got to see every concert I wanted to go see. I got to have a great time with all my friends.
Yeah.
I'm still alive somehow. And I'm like, you know what? I got to go on a plane to LA for the first time.
Yeah, we went to KCON.
Like, this is literally, when people say they have the best years of life, this is literally the best year of my life. It's going to be very hard for any year to top this year.
This year was really good. I mean, we did go to a lot. We went to every single show we wanted to go to.
We literally went to like 18 shows.
We went to a lot of shows.
We went to all of them.
We went to KCON too. Like, that was a huge thing. Like, that was the first time we ever got to do that, and it was a blast. So, and like, we'll definitely go again or try to go again. But like, that was like we actually did it the first time.
So yeah,
and it was super easy.
2023 was a great year for me. Great year for K-pop. An amazing year for the channel.
Yeah, we've done pat ourselves on the back. We did really well this year. We did well. Thanks to everyone that listens and all the new listeners, all the old listeners. Whenever you started listening, we love you guys. We really do. I mean,
like, the growth of the channel in 2023 is like unreal. Like, not even comparable to like
we say.
This is like what, like year 4?
This is like year 3 or 4. We've been doing this a while.
We started September, like 26, 2019, and it's now December 2023.
That's craziness. That's really crazy, but. Yeah, shout out to everyone who's listened and everyone who's become our friend throughout all this, because we really do love you guys, and
that's like our favorite thing is hanging out with everybody.
We love K-pop, but like really we like this because we get to like share it with other people and just see what other people like, and just doing it for you guys is like really why we do it. Like, just to like have that common interest is just really fun. But it is just pouring outside.
Yeah, it's like we're going to go before the rain really drowns out the rest of the podcast. But it's been a great year for K-pop. We'll send out the awards to all these people that earn them.
Yeah, I know. Look for it in the mail, Triple S. You got a lot of awards coming your way.
If you want to come hang out with us, come join the Discord. I'll put the link in the show notes, the little biography thingy, I guess, is at the bottom of the video.
Oh, yeah.
Or in the description, I don't know.
Wherever. You'll find it.
Yeah, until next week. We'll talk to you later.
Love you guys. Peace.